It's the closest I have to a fedora, but we're just gonna roll with it. Um, so, at the time I'm recording this, Tuesday, July 4th, also happy 4th of July, everybody. Um, on Thursday, I'm going to be seeing Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. So, I, I've decided that I'm going to be watching Temple of Doom and Last Crusade to get ready for this because I've already seen Raiders of the Lost Ark. So, Temple of Doom. This one is whack. I think that's the best way to describe Temple of Doom. It's a pretty whacked movie. Let's start off with the positives. And there are sure as hell a lot of positives here. Harrison Ford just continues to kill it as Indiana Jones. Like, you can really feel like, with some of the later Star Wars films, you can tell he's just not into it. He's kind of tired. But here with Indiana Jones, like, he has so much energy, and he really cares about it. Oh yeah. This movie's also the film debut of Ki Kwan. And in this film, he's just an innocent, sweet little angel. Like, his interactions with Mr. Jones are just so incredible, as well as the on-screen and off-screen chemistry between Harrison Ford and Ki Kwan is just so wholesome. I also loved like his fight choreography. It was a great, a little great foreshadowing to his also superior choreography fighting in Everything Everywhere. Let's see, who else was in this? Kate Capshaw, I think she's the one that tags along with Short Round and Jones. She was really good. There were a couple times where her line deliveries could have used an extra take, but she still all around did a very solid job. The filmmaking and lighting in it, like, not just this movie, but the other ones are just so it's eye candy. As you can see for this, I have put up like a more darker orange because that's very associated with Indiana Jones. And I just love the kind of like the harsh shadows that we get in like these movies and in other Spielberg films. Spielberg really loves doing just the harsh shadow. Like, you see it the Indiana Jones in his Indiana Jones movies. You see it in Fabelmans, you see it in West Side Story, you see it in The Post. You see I think you see it in E.T. It's been like 2 years since I've seen E.T. But it's in a lot of his films, and it's just such a great thing. I'm just very into it, and I want to give it a try sometime in my films to see if I could try having harsh shadows. There are also just so many well-directed scenes, like the Anything Goes musical number, which also was a great foreshadow to Spielberg directing West Side Story. Let's see. Oh yeah, that scene. I also had to deduct points off of this film. Like, well, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna just go off of it. I'll just talk both positive and negative stuff like along the way. I also had to deduct some points off because of those snakes, bugs. I hate it. I'm like Indiana Jones. I just Although I do like when she thought it was like an elephant trunk and it was actually a snake. That was actually kind of good. You can definitely tell, like, this. Well, obviously, this and Gremlins were what led to the creation of PG-13, or that Spielberg created the PG. If he, I think he suggested the PG-13 rating. Like, this kind of rides a line between R and PG, which like G, PG, and R and X were the only MPAA ratings around the time that this film came out. Like, you can definitely tell, like, it's kind of PG, but then there are other elements that are also kind of R, like ripping out the heart, the eyeballs in the soup, cutting open a snake. It was a whack time back then. Like, you can just get away with so much. Oh yeah, the minecart chase. One of my favorite scenes within Indiana Jones. It's just shot so well. And like, it really gives you a great POV. Like, I love the POV situation that Spielberg puts us in within the minecart scene. I also like, I didn't watch the clip as a kid, but I remember seeing a commercial for the Lego Indiana Jones Temple of Doom set. I wanted that. Never got around to getting it, but like, hey, at least I got to see what it was based off, and it's one of my favorite scenes in the whole film. I also love the bridge finale. This film also has voodoo magic, which we kind of saw in Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. How, like, the young prince was like stabbing Indiana Jones and it affected him, just like how in Zombie Island when they put the voodoo dolls like on the wall, the gang flies to the wall, and when they're put by fire they start to melt. So yeah, this is Indiana Jones and Scooby-Doo are the only times I've seen voodoo magic in film. There's also some great comedic moments, like Jones and Short Round playing Go Fish or cards, and then all the while the Willie is just freaking out over all the creatures in the jungle. I just love that scene, as well as her just getting sprayed by the elephant, and Indiana Jones like trying to do what he did in the first film, but he doesn't have his gun. Those are just some great comedic moments. Yeah. While this isn't the best Indiana Jones film, it's still a great one. Like, it has all the hallmarks of like Spielberg and what Raiders of the Lost Ark had set up. And this is a very good continuation. So, our next one is Last Crusade. Trust me.